All right, here's something else I've never made, but I've always wanted to make, which is a veggie steamer. So this pot will sit inside like a cooking pot. I think you could also use it in a microwave, but the intention in my mind is to do it on a stovetop, kind of like a double boiler. And this is the piece that well, first I'm gonna make the lids, like always. Make 2 lids and then 2 bottoms. And so exciting, I'm keeping one for myself for sure. I've thought about whether or not to put a hole in the lid, and I think the answer is no. No hole in the lid. With a tortilla warmer, you want a hole in the lid because you don't want to over steam those tortillas. You want to release some of that steam. But with a steamer, you want to keep that steam inside. At least that's what a quick Google search took me to. So the lids are going to be just like the casseroles and the soup tureens. Flat bottom, thick rim, thick, whatever this is, bottom / top. So there's plenty to leave there and to trim. And to throw the knob on. Low profile bowl. Splitting the rim early and getting a nice wide the part that's the rim part. And then one more pull, starting in the middle, slowly coming out. Digging under outside, getting a thumb inside there as I lay this whole thing out. Pull a little bit more clay, compress. Now, steamer generally, now this might be a good idea to take measurements like of your cooking pots and things like that. If you're gonna make one for yourself, because you're gonna want this to be at least as wide as the pot that it's gonna go, because it has to sit inside the pot. Okay. Let me see here. I've got a little off center there. So I was thinking. No thinking. Okay. And we'll set the pointer for the second one. Get this cleaned up. Tip that one in. Flatten this one out. Widen it if I can. If I have a little extra clay there. Never hurts to make it a little bit wider. That. And this, and measure the flange. Okay, so I'm measuring for the bottom, the inside of the bottom. Looks just good like that. Let me just do it that way too. Looks perfect, and that's great. Now, why don't I measure that like a good girl? Let's see here. From there to there is 8 1/4, it looks like. See, from there to there. Looks like 8 1/4 from there to there. Maybe just a little bit more than 8 1/4. So let me see here. There, there. Yeah. 8 3/8. Write that down. time, 8 and 3/8. Okay, great. One more of those. And then the bottoms. The bottoms are gonna be fun. Okay. When I did my apprenticeship in Texas, they made these. I'm using 3 pounds for the bottom and 2 for the lids. 2. But could be that we want more for the bottom. Let's see here. That's what I have written down. When I did my apprenticeship, they had all the list of forms on the wall with the weights, and I had written them all down. So I still have all those old measurements from my apprenticeship in the early 90s, which is cool. This one should be easier with the pointer there. The wider you go with this, the easier it'll be. We covered that in class. Didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. Okay, dig under, pull to the pointer, flatten it way out. Form the flange. Okay. Just do a little fortifying here before I go on. And here we go, laying it out. Okay, start from the middle, slowly come out as the outside hand comes in. And get my thumb in there, gently nurture it out, supporting this flange as I open it up. Okay. Let's see here. I think I can go a little bit more. Pressing into the middle, the bottom. And slowly nurturing it a little bit further out. Let's check this. Could be wider. That's looking pretty good. Both sides. Let me flatten this out. And nurture that in. Last time, just double checking the measurement. That looks really good. And that looks really good. Great. Hey, hey. Okay. Now for the bottoms. That's the exciting part. Okay, let me see if I can sneak this in here. Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, man, here. This is what I did. If you want to see. Just shoved it right into a sponge, thinking the bat was going to move the sponge. Now we can get to check that clay has memory thing. What does it remember? Clay has memory, but what does it remember? Does it remember how it was thrown, or does it remember its mini accident? Okay. I hope you remember how you were thrown. more than your mini accident. Okay. All right. Okay. A little more careful this time. With the breath. Okay, now the fun part. Let the fun begin. Bottom of the steamers. Okay. This is going to be kind of like a bundt pan. And by the way, I'm sure we could make bundt pans if we wanted to. Okay. Okay. So, gotta think about this for a sec. What we want is this part to come up and be a closed form, and then this part to come up and be the bowl. So I'll wind up trimming the bottom round with a little foot on it because it'll be nice to be able to set it down without it rolling around. But I think even if it's round, it'll sit because it goes all the way around. Okay. Let's see here. I'll go ahead and just sink that right now. And the whole idea is that this is gonna have, it could be a little bit higher actually. It could come up a little bit higher because of the shape of the lid. So let's see here. Let us bring this out. And I think I'm gonna wanna throw the middle part first. I haven't done very many shapes like this. So let me grab this. Couple pulls. Just using my sponge, kind of like a rib. And then we'll grab that clay. Make a very phallic little thing here. How's my head? In the way? See if I can get the water out down there. Pretty good. Let's see here. Time for me to break down and do one of those sponge on a stick things. Okay. There's definitely some tools I have rebelled against in my pottery history. Okay. It's a little uneven up there, but I think that's okay. I think it'll all come together when we close it up. Okay. Fun. All right. So, close it up now. Increasing the speed. Oops. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that up a little bit. Just nurture it over there. Okay. Making a very phallic little thing here. Stinging. Okay. And here. I just remember these things existing, so I don't remember ever watching anybody make these, or I just remember them existing, and I remember kind of the concept around them. So I've always been a steamed veggie girl. That's not the nicest shape in the world. Let's see if we can make it a little bit better. How much am I going to mess around with this? Okay, next time maybe we'll make a nicer shape. First pancake. Just gotta accept it for what it is. This will be the one I keep anyway. Okay, so now let's see if I can grab some clay here. I'll bring this mostly straight up to start. Okay. And then round it out. It's definitely good that I made the middle part first. Now I have that paintbrush here from when I did, whoopsie, just moved it, but from when I did the flange, so it gives me some idea of, it's not really, it's set to the outside, but I can kind of get an idea of where I'm going here. I'm definitely going to want this to be wider, and that'll help it sit onto the pot. And then this has to be the measurement, which I think it's going to be a little bit bigger than this, yeah. Okay. One more, let's get it out from the bottom so it's nice and round, maximizing the space for those beautiful vegetables. Okay. And let's check that. That is it. Okay, great. So what's going to happen next is I'll dry this out for a bit, and then I have to come in and I have to poke holes in the center part.
Just in terms of like, you guys don't see it, right?
Curling this in just a little bit because of the way that the calipers fit there. I'm going to set this for the second one, so at least I've helped myself with one. Check that one more time. I brought it in a little too much. Nurture it out just a hair. Check it. One more hair. Out is easier than in. That's very tight. I'm going to just bring it out another hair.
We're going to have to set this up. The camera will be the last thing we'll set up because what we have to do is connect to the Wi-Fi on the Starlink.
Okay, how it fits in there.
To the Wi-Fi. Set this up.
All right, there is my first ever steamer. Yay! Might be a little tricky to poke those holes. Luckily for me, I have, well, first of all, I think you can poke them at a little angle. And then also I have some of my hole poker things. This part actually comes out like it's broken, but it can help me to get into that little area. So I know I have some, maybe they're separated into a separate toolbox. So here we go. I'm gonna make one more of those. I thought that one went pretty well for the first one ever. Pretty happy with that. I'm gonna remake this gravy boat. That was like a loss. Flop. Okay. That guy. Okay. And this one. Oh, this is hard clay. Hard clay, bring it up, bring it down. little bit of air bubblies. A little bubbly. Which is not great for making the that inner piece. So it's not great for inner piece. Let me drop it to the bat. Open it up a little bit. Ooh, careful of that magic lid. It becomes a weapon. Okay, I'm just gonna open this up, curling my fingers inside. That'll kind of take care of a little bit of that trimming that I'll have to do later. I'll do less trimming because of that one little move, curling my fingers under the inside. Here we go, dropping that apart down to the almost bat. And then I'll spend a minute here compressing this and recentering this part. Pretty good. Okay. Now, I'll open this up and compress it. And that's just going to get trimmed to round. So, this is one reason to have the outer rim taller is for trimming. This rim taller than the inner piece. Inner piece. Oh, that's hilarious to me. Okay, let me dig under one more time and then slowly even this wall out. Leave it thick at the top always to, when you have to collar, make sure not to thin it out. You don't have to get that height out of it. Get the height from the bottom. Exhaling. Air bubbles in there. Not so bad. Now we'll try to get this shape. Just as close to what we want as possible. Okay, and this time I'll go ahead and just even that out before I start to bring it in. Okay. Just nurture that in. And actually, I can leave a hole here. It doesn't have to be closed all the way because I'm gonna have to be poking holes in this thing anyway. So if it has a little hole in the top, that's might be good. I'm gonna poke it anyway. But I'm gonna go ahead and close it up just because I want that hole to be nice. But I just realized that, I don't have to fully close it here. Okay.
So he's going to switch it to your account and then delete his camera.
Okay.
And you'll put it back onto your account.
Okay.
It shouldn't have ever been on the same account. That's just how it works.
That clay. Get under there. And now we have a pointer, so I'm going there. It's okay if it gets taller, it just has to be the same dimension. Diameter. This one I think is going to go further just because it's the second one, because I know where I'm going. Second pancake. A little bit better than the first one. Fix this. That can go wide. This is the measurement that matters here. Okay, more veggies for this one. Okay. Let's go ahead and round it out here. I guess I might need to put a different angle here on the camera so you can see the inside.
So you put a memory card in here.
Let's check this.
And then it allows you on your phone to go back up to 7 days.
A little bit wider.
Need something with this model is going to take the SD card out with you. Let's say something happens, you're like, I need to keep this forever. There's a way to do that. That's why these are cheap, because they won't lock you into that, or
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Still a little bit wider.
so we can just mount it with a screw through a hole, and then this is going to tilt back down. And you can have
Still wider.
this, it rotates around the base with a motor, and then there's a tip motor. Two motors. After the weekend. Cook. What's the Oh, for her. Sorry. We're gonna. Oh, great. This is that flashing I found. You want to put it in your truck and take it, or is that so that? Yeah, it's very.
So close. Oh my gosh, it's a dangerous curve down there.
Lassie, baby.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna flop. Let me see here. It's okay. Let me see here. Fit there. I'm just gonna let it sit up for a little while, and then I'll open it up wider.
Hey, baby, you
Hey.
know our brother's right here?
I thought I heard him.
Yeah, he loves you.
What?
He loves you.
He loves me?